Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have the Bone Orchid by this is by Sara A. Mueller. This is a book that I got from Unplugged, I believe. So at the top of the book, as you can see, it's a bone orchid. Basically, the growing secrets go in the dark. So I was really intrigued by the synopsis, which we'll get to in a minute. But as I was reading through the book, it was kind of different, which we'll get to. So inside we have an author letter, and we do have a signed book plate, which I need to stick in the book. Here's the hardcover, which is just literally just the black, and we have this kind of pink spine. And then we have the synopsis. So this is what got into me in March. Tucked away behind a Norwich house of ill repute, there was a garden where the trees grown from the bones and nourished by the darkest of secrets. The clattering, ghastly harvest is tended by the women who live and work at the Orchid House. Charm, the madam, and her haunting beautiful charges, shame, justice, desire, pride, and pain. Except on Tuesdays, when the Emperor alone calls an Orchid House to see his personal concubine. Until the day he summons Charm instead of the palace to the palace, to charge her with his dying degree. Choose which of his horrible sons will inherit the empire by discovering which one has been responsible for his murder. If she completes this final task, she will be freed from the life of a bondage and servitude. Torn between the dead emperor's will and the whisper of her own ghost, Charm must choose justice for an empire she hates or revenge at the cost of her own freedom. Will she save an empire or save herself instead? That got into me. I was like, oh my god, that sounds so good. Then we have little tickets like, she isn't me, her experience are no part of me. I'm the daughter of the Chancellor, not this girl who's sitting sorting people all day. Once a crisis at a time, and all verse justice can handle him. He almost never rages twice a month. So the book was, like I said, I did enjoy reading the book, but maybe I'm just not, it kind of gave me, because all the, the part where it was like, lady this, lady that, so it's more of the, Bridgerton vibes, kind of like that almost. That's what I think, but most people are like, you're totally wrong on that side. But yes, I think that way. It's just that I'm not used to seeing lady this, lady that. But I did enjoy the book. Don't worry, guys, I did enjoy the book. So this follows a charm mistress of the empire and the keeper of the local tea house, a cross between an inn and a brothel. So her free will limited through a midlock. The emperor offers her a chance of freedom if she manages to solve a murder, his murder, if she manages to and bring the culprit to justice. There's one snag in the plan that the murder Charm needs to solve is the Emperor's own. He's been immediately poisoned and is dying imminently, so quite quickly. So someone's been giving the poison to him regularly, and he thinks it's one of his sons. So people are going through saying this is more of Gideon the Ninth. I've never read the book, so I wouldn't know, but it's giving me more of the Bridgerton vibes, but that is fine. There is some sort of necromancy in this too, which strengthens the similarity on that as well, of the Guild of the Ninth. I feel like it's a very slow dripping of the lore, and backstory made the connection that was like saying liking or disliking it. The won't necessarily mean the same for the others. I think what I did enjoy was its magic system. It was quite nice to see that. I do love a book that has magic in it. It kind of gets me intrigued. When I read a book and I get involved into the book, I get goosebumps. It's some with the necromancy, and it has kind of this Frankenstein science into it. And I was like, ooh, this sounds interesting. It allows Charm to grow companions in vats, so who can act almost like an extension of her own personality and staff in the tea house. So that's kind of giving the Frankenstein vibes, where she can grow people into her staff, basically. It's a pretty unique, and I found it quite interesting to read, to see how from each other. I did feel like it did come a little bit different for how it was coming through. The book definitely put the start of the substance that in card. It did give me a little bit puzzled. I was in puzzles in places, the here and there. I was a bit confused. I was like, okay, I'm just going to sit down, put the book down for a minute, and come back to it in a couple of days. So I did do that. And did find this book very interesting to read. Even if I'm not sure what to make of it in many ways, it's not the sort of book that's compelling that you read it in a single setting, more than you read slowly, savour it, and board over it. Literally do it by chapter or something like that, because that's what I had to do, because where I got a little bit confused and then kind of figured it out as the day go through. It was really confusing. But I'm curious to find the author's future career and read more of her writing. Even this particular books won't make the list to my favourite books of this year, that is fine. This mystery is one that isn't easy to guess and just keep the readers on their toes until very late in the story. But the whole difference to this final verdict is basically the book is a whole. So if you want to go and read this book, guys, if you have not read it, go and read it, because it is an interesting book if you look kind of like the vibes of the Gideon Life. Like I said, for me, it's Bridgerton kind of vibes to me. But he had the Frankenstein part as well, and I think I did enjoy the book, but maybe this book was not just for me, maybe it'd be someone else. So I am actually going to pass this book along to someone else. So, but thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.